Hey everybody, before we get things started, here's a little bit of a warning for you guys. If you guys have not seen Avengers Endgame yet, you better go click off this video right now because this is one of the first reviews I've ever done with spoilers in it. So this video will contain spoilers for Avengers Endgame. We're going all out for this review because I have waited 2 weeks to do this review and I probably should have done it sooner. So that's your warning, guys. There will be spoilers in this video. Alright, without that out of the way, let's go ahead and get things started. Start the intro.
It's an old-fashioned notion.
A visionary, a genius, ensuring freedom around the globe.
A symbol to the nation, a hero to the world.
The beacon of hope, shining out across the stars.
I look around at us, you know what I see?
A bunch of a-holes.
Possibility. You think you know how the world works?
The world is changing. We need heroes.
Now that is a weird way to enter a video. How'd you do that, dude? That was amazing. Well, it's all to the magic of green screen. Anyways, hello everybody and welcome to another puppet review stuff video. I don't think I really need to clarify who I am, but we do DP reviews, movie reviews, cartoon discussions, and reactions. And if all that stuffy goodness sounds good to you, then check out my channel, Puppet Review Stuff. Anyway, today is the day you've all been waiting for me to review Avengers Endgame. I know it's taken a long time to get around to this, but it's finally here. Time to discuss the biggest movie of the year and almost of all time. One of the greatest cinematic masterpieces I've ever seen in cinemas. It's something that you need to experience. And I'm just not saying that. Everyone says that. And it's amazing. It's just undescribable. And so without me rambling on, let's go ahead and get today's review. Roll the...
About how much we lost. It's about how much we have left. We're the Avengers. We gotta finish this. You trust me? I do.
You could not live with your own failure. Where did that bring you? Back to me.
Avengers Endgame has been built up for about 11 years, and it shows. Because everything from this point on, you should have seen all the movies. Because it's the ultimate combination of Marvel. Everything that you know from the Marvel Cinematic Universe comes back into play into Endgame. Even any little references that were just knockoff jokes, some of them just come back. And it's amazing. And you know, because of how big this movie is, for the first time ever, well, other than Ugly Dolls, but that was honestly, like, really spoiling Ugly Dolls, honestly. We're going to be spoiling this movie. We're going to go into a deep discussion on Avengers Endgame, because I honestly can't tell you how to review this film without spoiling it. And since it's been so long, I guess honestly, I feel like I should just spoil the film. Anyhow, let's go ahead and get into what I'm just excited. I'm just really giddy. I love this film. I've seen it twice already because it's just a good film. I've only seen like a couple of movies twice, and this one was just, I had to see it twice, and it was still good the second time around. I feel like I loved it even better. I still got even emotional when I saw this the second time. This movie is well made. For a 3-hour-long film, I was a little scared and also excited. Excited that I was gonna get so much, but also scared that it might be like too much and like too slow. But it was paced perfectly and it was done well. And I love at the beginning, it's put up into like basically 3 parts basically. First you get like the big like aftermath of the snap, then you get the time travel heist, then you get the big finale. Basically 3-parter, but in a weird way, I guess you can call them like getting the team back together into like part 2. Because, you know, before they get the team back together, it was pretty long with them just being, you know, the aftermath of the snap. And I like how they dealt with it. I really, everyone dealt with it in different ways. Black Widow is still really depressed. Hawkeye goes crazy, goes John Wick style. And, you know, Thor, oh boy, Thor. I didn't know how I thought about it when I first saw it, but, you know, when I kept watching the movie, I was like, this actually works for Thor's character, because Thor has gone through so much through his life that it makes sense. He's lost his mother, he's lost his father, he's lost his brother, he lost his best friends, he's lost Asgard. He's lost everything. And the fact that he was the one that could have killed Thanos and stopped all this from happening just made him go deep into a depression, knowing that he himself could have stopped everything that happened. And it really shows that Thor, this mighty hero, has some, you know, character weight to him. Just like, he's not perfect, even though he seems like he's perfect. And like, I like that. I really like that. Like, it makes him a real character, not just this god of a person. Just, yeah, I like that. And the Hulk, I was really surprised. I was not expecting Professor Hulk, even though a lot of people were saying it. I wasn't really thinking about Professor Hulk being in this film at all. But it surprised me, and I actually enjoyed it. I actually really liked that the Hulk, Bruce Banner, turned himself into the Hulk basically forever. And like, it's nice. And I like that scene at the cafe with the kids trying to take pictures. A really funny scene.
Do you want to grab one with me? I'm Ant-Man. They're Hulk fans.
Wait,
they don't know Ant-Man.
Oh, he
nobody
feels bad.
does. Nobody does.
No, he wants you.
I
he
don't
wants
want
to take a picture with them.
Yeah, look, he's even saying no, he doesn't. I
but
get
come
it.
on, the kid.
I don't want it
but,
either.
But you,
I don't want a picture with them.
But he's gonna feel bad.
Sorry.
They're happy to. They said
I
they'll
don't
do
want
it.
to.
There's a really funny scene. He's just a regular dude, basically. I mean, it's not just the Hulk. He's just a regular dude, just wearing like sweatpants and just shirts now, which is weird because Hulk doesn't really wear shirts at all. Yeah, the Hulk change was pretty good. And at the very beginning of the movie, I was very surprised that they killed Thanos off early. What I thought is they're going to go into a giant battle with Thanos, because you know the promotional stuff. I thought this was all going to be in the beginning of the movie. They're going to go up there, beat Thanos down, and then like go back in time and all that jazz to stop it. But no, they just kill Thanos just like that. That was just incredible. Him destroying the stones with the stones was really interesting. I could understand. It would seem like something that he would do. And it was really even surprising that the way they killed him was cutting his head off. Like, I went through the head, which is really funny. I like that they did that. But the most surprising thing for me and my audience was the 5-year gap. I was shocked that 5 years were gonna pass. I mean, yes, everyone was really skeptical on how long time has passed in this film. And oh boy. 5 years? I don't think anyone expected 5 years. Maybe a week or a month. 5 years? Like, so much has happened. New Asgard and Tony having a family. I like that. Tony wanted to have a family and a kid. He got to have that opportunity. And Tony didn't want to go back and you know, save the Earth, because he already had a perfect life, basically, the life that he wanted to live. And he was dragged back into it. It's tragic what happened to him at the end, because he won't be able to. I mean, sure, he was able to live the life he wanted for 5 years, but still, it's really sad. Like, yeah, but I still like the way he went out. Okay. Yeah, let's move on to, what else? Ant-Man. Remy the Rat, the savior of the cinematic universe, coming in and pressing a button to save Ant-Man. Wow, yes, Ant-Man was the beacon of hope. Who knew that he would just give hope to everyone and to saving the universe or whatnot. Yeah. Ant-Man, I loved Ant-Man in this. He was funny. He's just regular Ant-Man. and had that nice moment with his daughter 5 years in the future. Wow, I didn't think about that, but that's really interesting. Cassie's not a little girl after. Everything really changes after Endgame. There's a lot of things that have happened, and it's great. Captain Marvel. Now, Captain Marvel for me, I've never really liked Captain Marvel per se. She's really boring to me. I mean, sure, I don't mind her being overpowered, like, just because I don't really care that she's a female and she's overpowered. I don't really mind that. I do like overpowered characters. It's really cool. And they didn't use her a lot, and I didn't really mind it. She wasn't really needed at all. I mean, yeah, she honestly could just take out Thanos by herself, and honestly, I don't know why she didn't. You know, a person that's, you know, like, been in the galaxy for that long, in, like, the, you know, the space for that long. I mean, obviously, she probably knows about Thanos, and she says she's probably already found the scrolls, like, a home. She says she's been, like, saving other planets. So, obviously, she knows about Thanos. I don't understand, why hasn't she gone to kill Thanos? That still bugs me out. She could have done this. He's been a threat in space for a while, and she's been up there, and apparently she's never gone to just take him out. I'm really surprised that she's never, you know, thought once to take him out. But whatever, Captain Marvel, the time she was in it, I liked it. She's still that boring character, but hopefully as time goes on in the cinematic universe, she has more character and depth, I hope. Hopefully? Like, I don't really know. I really don't know what to do with her character. But I guess she was used fine. Really, really fine. Other characters, Ronan / Hawkeye. He's okay. He's just there, in my opinion. Like, that Ronan thing, that wasn't really anything, in my opinion. They didn't really do anything with it. Yeah, he turned to Ronan, but that's it. That one scene of him killing people, then he just turns back into Hawkeye. I mean, yeah, that's really it for him. I mean, and then, like, Vilmir. I'm okay with Black Widow dying. A little bit. But, I mean, the first female superhero to die, it's a little weird, but I guess it's okay. I was hoping that I was thinking Hawkeye would die, because the entire time I was thinking, it was like, Black Widow has a movie coming out. But, no, Hawkeye's the one that died, interestingly enough. I mean, not Hawkeye, what did I say? Black Widow died, interestingly enough. But, yeah, I mean, I'm okay with it. I feel like they're gonna bring her back some way, but I don't know. I don't know, like, Gamora, it's a little bit weird, because Gamora came back from the past, so technically they can just go back in the past before she left, and it wouldn't technically alter the timeline. They could just get a Black Widow from back in the past. I mean, they can do that with Tony, but, I mean, I don't know. I don't want them to do that, I really don't. I feel like they should stay dead, sadly. Sadly to say that these characters should stay dead, and they really should. Next character, War Machine and Nebula. That was a cool little team up, and I liked that little moment with them saying, like they're both, like, have machine parts of their body, and, like, we gotta do what we've gotta work with, you know. And that was a nice little moment. It was kind of weird to see those two together, but yeah. Nebula was a really impactful character in this film. Like Gamora was in Infinity War, Nebula was in an Endgame, which makes sense. Interesting. The daughters of Thanos have a big significance in the two-part movie event. Yeah, I like Nebula. I love Nebula even more as a character now. I mean, Nebula was an okay character. Like, when I first saw her in, you know, Guardians, she was like, a villain. In Guardians 2, I kind of liked her more, and now I really do like her. I really like her character. It's like, yeah, and I like those moments she shared with Tony on the ship. And she's just like, in a weird way, it's kind of like a moments of peace, basically, because she's always been tortured and just hated her entire life, and just one guy who's just like, you know, being nice with her and stuff, and I guess it was a really nice moment with those two. I really like that. Really, really like that. Okay, we moved on. Let's see, what other characters we got? Rocket Raccoon, just there for the jokes, basically. Nothing really else much with Rocket. He was great in it. He had a lot of good one-liners. Yeah. Rocket, let's see, we're talking about the main Avengers, not the other Avengers. Right. I guess we should move on to Captain America, huh? Captain America. Captain America was my favorite part of the movie. My favorite moment in the entire film was the moment when Cap reached Mjolnir. I just exploded in like cheering. I just like, that was the loudest I've ever cheered for. Like the biggest shock in my opinion. Cause I don't know, like, because Thor's hammer cannot be picked up by anyone unless they're worthy, basically. Like only Thor and like his dad was able to. But if you guys remember in Age of Ultron, he was able to move it just a little bit. And yeah, and that was it. And that comes back, and I love that. That scene, it pays off, like, so well. Like, that little scene, just like, I don't think I would expect that to happen. But yeah, it was just a great moment, and then Captain America just went in on Thanos like a boss. Like, the ending was to Captain America. Captain America was the best part of that finale. You just great, and he was able to use the lightning as well. And I love that part where Thor and like Captain are just like throwing the hammer back and forth. I love that. I love that. It was cool. Yeah, it's really interesting. Like, maybe like Captain could have picked it up the entire time, and he was just being nice, not to, you know, make fun of Thor. That he could pick it up. I mean, Vision could pick it up. Like I don't know. It feels like the significance of Thor's hammer is kind of gone now because Vision can pick it up too, and technically Thanos can pick it up. Maybe he technically, I don't know about Thanos. Thanos is not worthy, but maybe Thanos is so strong, like he could take out the Hulk, and the Hulk couldn't even do it. So maybe he's just like stronger than the Hulk, and his will and mind power is just able to pick up the hammer or like Stormbreaker. That's probably what I'm guessing happened. And so I guess we went over basically the main characters. We should go over the time heist. I love the time heist. I love everything about it. I knew time travel would be in this film, and it worked beautifully. And we see almost every character in this film. Every character that we've seen almost in the cinematic universe over the years. Even people that have died come back. Like, the Ancient One coming back, I was so happy to see her again. I loved her in Doctor Strange. Yes, it was awesome to see that. And Captain America versus Captain America, I love that. And I love how Captain America just tricks him. And like, they're so evenly matched. And like, how he says that Bucky is still alive, and he knows that's like a sensitive side. And so he just able to just take him out basically then, because he knows that he's vulnerable to knowing about Bucky. And then I love that moment in the elevator, because you think it's gonna happen, like the elevator scene from Winter Soldier. You think that's gonna happen again, but no. I love it when he's like, Elytra. I love that part. That's just great, and just a good way, just like showing how Captain America's character has just been built up over the years. Like, I'm saying Captain America is just amazing in this film. I just like, I can't express that. Can't express that. Yeah. And like, I love them going back to New York. It's cool to see what happens right after they capture Loki, like have that big fight. I love that. I really, really like that. The Battle of New York, going back there. Yeah. Not much really else to say about that. The time heist, I love that. I love how significant the Dark World came back into this film. I did not expect the Dark World to have any more, you know, reverence or reference in the cinematic universe, but it has a big big part in this movie. And I love how they make a joke out of it, like the Dark Elves. Ooh, scary stuff. But yeah, I love that they even got Jane Foster. I forget her actor name. They got her back, just being in bed. That's all they got her back for. And I love that moment with Thor and his mother. It's a really nice moment. Eat a salad, son. And like, you are a failure. I love all that jazz. And the Peter Quill stuff. I love it that they go back and they're singing the song, and you actually get to see him just like with the music off, and it's like, you're right, that like this in real life, this will just look ridiculous. That's funny. That was nice. That was really funny. Are we talking about Vilmur and all that jazz? Thanos coming back. Okay, like, I kind of expected this. I theorized this a little bit, that they would get have to fight past Thanos. In some capacity, they would have to fight Thanos from the past, some way, somehow. And I was right. And I love his just reveal that he was listening and the Nebula network was connected. It makes sense too. And how he found out. You know, like, I love that we got to fight Thanos, at least at the end. Because this 2014 Thanos was just a monster, just like stronger, not as sympathetic or whatever, like sympathy, a sympathetic person or what. I'm really bad at words. Like, you know, he wasn't as charismatic. He was just a ruthless killer at this point. And yeah, it doesn't really make sense how the ship came through the portal though. I'm still trying to think about that. So did she like I don't know. How does that work? How did she get the ship in? Like, did she like activate coordinates and like a portal would open with the ship? Did she like open a portal or something? I still don't understand. But yeah, I love that. Yeah. So after the time heist, what happens? Yeah, Thor snaps his fingers. I guess it would be Thor, not Thor. What am I saying? Hulk. Hulk snapped his fingers. I mean that's why I guess you would have Professor Hulk for this moment, basically. I mean, yeah. I mean, what else would you have? I mean, Thor probably could snap his fingers, but he was not in a good state to do it. I feel like he wouldn't die. I don't think he would have that much impact because he is still pretty strong. He's a god as Guardian, so I feel like he would be pretty fine with everything. But yeah, so I didn't mind it that much. I didn't mind Hulk snapping his finger. I like that part. I really like that. And everything was so nice, and you could tell that everything was back to normal with the birds coming back out, and then the phone call that was nice. And then everything seems like a happy ending until Thanos just destroys them, and apparently, of course, everyone lives because they're Avengers, they're superheroes. They can't die just by ex machina stuff, and just yeah. And I love this. No one's mentioned this. I love that Thanos sends out Nebula to do something, and they're looking at him. The three Avengers like Thor, Captain America, and Iron Man, looking at him like, what is he doing? He's just sitting there, waiting, just like he usually does. He just sits, waits for someone to do it for himself without doing it himself. And I love that kind of this like him coming, because he's like, I know what I have to do now. I have to kill you because there will always be people that will try to stop me. I have to take them out first. I can't just be good about this. And he's like, this is personal. I love how he's like, this is personal. So he's just going straight in to kill. The first time the encounter in Infinity War, he wasn't really going out to kill. He was just getting the stones. He was just getting the stones. He didn't really care about killing. He was just like, you know, I will punch you or really injure you if you get in my way. But, you know, now, this got thing personal. You killed me. You killed me and you trying to reverse everything I tried to work for? This is personal. And just like the three Avengers going at it, and I love that. It's just great seeing, even though Thanos is still overpowered, even without the gauntlet, he is a strong man. Just with a double blade sword. Like, what is this man? Like, even being able to hold Stormbreaker, I don't even know what Thanos is. He's a Titan. Titans, honestly, it's a good thing that Titans were wiped out, because Titans could just rule the world almost, pretty much. If Thanos is this strong, imagine if it's just a race of Titans just came to Earth. They would probably just conquer. Just an army of Thanoses. Jeez. And yeah, the millionaire part, love that. And I love, like, his shield gets broken. Like, it's vibranium. How does that work? How is it that his sword, and I guess it's maybe not his sword, but Thanos' strength is able to just destroy Captain America's shield? And I love that shot where, like, he's the only one still standing, and with a broken shield, and he's, like, about to fight the army, but then Sam comes in and says, on your left or right, or whatever he says. And then the first people you see is Black Panther, because everyone cares about that. It just... oh, I love that scene. Everyone coming together. I still get emotional over that. I get built up at excitement and just happiness. Every time I see that, I saw that scene twice. And it's just like, I love that scene. Everyone coming back. Everything that Marvel has built up, and every character they built up to this moment comes right here. And I love it. I still get worked up on that. It's an amazing scene. And then finally, Captain America says, Avengers assemble. And then everyone just runs. You see all these heroes just run onto the battlefield. I can't explain, but the third act is the greatest thing I think I've ever seen in cinematic history. It's like if they put unlimited budget on a film, this is what you would have. No film, I don't think, will ever have a third act this good until probably another Avengers film. Just So many heroes, so many things, and like so many things are just happening on screen. So many things. Just like you can't even process it all. And I still couldn't process it all, even when a second time. Like, there's even a clip I saw Howard the Duck is in the fight. Just, yeah. And I love the joke. He's like, do we have everyone? It was like, how many other people do you need? So many good shots. Everyone even got their moment on the battlefield, too. Even Falcon just stabbing, like, this giant with his wings. And Ant-Man just punching one of those flying things in the sky. Man, just, yeah, nice moment with, Tony and Spider-Man coming back together. I love that. I love that scene. He gives him a hug because, you know, like Spider-Man Homecoming, like Tony, when he says like, this is not a HUD kid, we're not there yet. Now they're there. It's nice. It just draws back everything. I love when Spider-Man's on the battlefield, he goes instant kill mode. Like, that's just it was a one-off joke, but they bring it back and I love that. Just when he says that, like, you know things are going down. And then a flying horse. Valkyrie on a flying horse? What? Just what is this movie? So many things on the battlefield. So many things happening. It's just incredible. And then Captain Marvel before we get to go, Captain Marvel again. Scarlet Witch. She gets pissed. She's like, you took everything from me. And Thanos is like, I don't even know who you are. And then, like, Scarlet Witch is so, like, almost as strong as Captain Marvel. In a weird way, she's almost as strong as Captain Marvel because she has the power of an Infinity Stone. Also, technically, doesn't Captain Marvel have the power of an Infinity Stone in her too? So I guess people that have the power of Infinity Stones are extremely powerful. So, yeah, and I love the fact that Thanos got so scared that he was gonna die, that he was gonna fight, he fired his ship. And then Captain Marvel comes in like a boss, destroying his ship in one swoop. Just like Captain Marvel was just overpowered. And that girl scene, I don't care for that scene at all. I don't care about that scene. It's cool, but how does every female on the battlefield, like 3 or 4 of them were basically next to each other, but how is it that every girl got together in one scene? That doesn't make sense. That don't make sense at all. And then, you know, like Captain Marvel beating up Thanos, like, wow. Yeah, wow. He was gonna win. Like, I love that part when he just headsbutts her, and she doesn't even flinch, and she's just like, did you just try that? And then he has to get an Infinity Stone, the Power Stone, to get her out of the way. That's why she's just too powerful, honestly. She is pretty powerful. And then, like, Doctor Strange comes over to Tony and puts the one finger up. Not the middle finger, no, the one finger. Knowing that this is the moment, Tony. This is your moment. This is the moment that you have to, this is why I saved you. And though, like, Tony goes fighting Thanos, but it's not really successful. The Thanos snaps his fingers and nothing happens. But no, Tony, because Tony designed the glove, he made it so, like, his armor would be able to take the Infinity Stones. And Tony, with the dying breath, he says, I am Iron Man. And he snaps his fingers. I love that scene. And he does, that's the last thing he says. He doesn't say anything, and he's just like, you see everything turning to dust, and of course Thanos is the last one. I was thinking Thanos wasn't going to get snapped, and I was just wondering if they were actually just all going to go after him and kill him, basically, just for fun. But no, they took him out. And then Tony dies, and they didn't push around the bush. He's dead. They had a funeral and all that jazz. Everyone came to his funeral. Oh, nice. Nick Fury, that's the only time he's in the film. Even that weird teenage boy, which is actually the kid from Iron Man 3. Interesting. But his death, I don't know. I'm really sad about that death. I didn't think he would die. I would think Captain America was going to die, but, man, I'm really sad about this. I'm really disappointed that he's dead. He built up everything. He was the start, and it ended with him with the Endgame. Anyhow, we're going to move on to Captain America's ending. I like the way he went out, though. I did like it. He got to spend the time he wanted. I was actually thinking this might happen. He got to go back in time and be with Peggy. I like that. He's an old man now, and I mean, still, he's going to be in the cinematic universe. He's probably going to show up, apparently. And there's probably going to be, a funeral for him like in a later down, like in Civil War with Peggy Carter. There's probably gonna be a funeral, but I really liked it. And Cap giving the shield to Falcon, I was not expecting that. I was thinking Bucky would get it, but it makes sense after thinking about it because everyone still hates Bucky. You realize that, right? Like, I don't think the world's ready for the Winter Soldier still because he's killed so many people and people still think he's like an outlaw or criminal. So I don't think they probably would. Yeah, so I mean, it makes sense. And I'm still excited for the streaming service and for Loki's streaming service. That's awesome. And Thor is going with the Guardians. I'm so excited for Guardians 3. You know, I wasn't really excited. I love the first Guardians, but I wasn't like loving the second one, and I wasn't really excited for Volume 3. But now I'm super excited because this Thor. They've made Thor into just an amazing character. Ever Ragnarok, Thor has been probably one of the best characters so far. Just yeah, this was incredible. This film was incredible. Yeah. No end credit scene. No into that. They're not building anything up. This was a crazy film. I love this film to the deepest of my heart. I won't know what I would rate this. It's my favorite MCU film right now. Infinity War is my second. This is a great film. Just talking about it, it's great to talk about it finally. Yeah. Thank you. Sorry about the wait, guys. I don't know. I'm really busy. I'm finally have time off to film. A puppet's got a life, you know. So thank you guys for watching. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys later. Goodbye, everyone.